I cannot look down right now. I don't like it. I'm so afraid of heights. 3, 2, 1, see ya. What's up, guys? I'm Leticia Bufoni. As a professional skateboarder and a racing driver, I'm used to taking risks. In this new podcast and video series, I'm meeting people from around the world who shares the same mindset. I'm going to find out what drives them and look deeper into the relationship between performance and pressure. This is the Team Ignition Show. Today we're meeting Jeb Corliss, and he's a professional base jumper and a wingsuiter.
I'm a professional adventurer for a living, so primarily shark diving, base jumping, and wingsuit proximity flying are the 3 things I'm most known for doing.
Base jump, it's one of the most dangerous sport ever.
Base jumping stands for building, antenna, span, and earth. They're the 4 main objects that we jump from, but really it's fixed object skydiving. So anything that's attached to the ground that you jump off of is basically a fixed object. When I was around 5 years old, I was sitting in the back seat of my aunt's car, and I was like kind of had my hands on the window and I was looking out, and I remember seeing birds standing on a telephone pole. And as they jumped off, they start opening their wings, they start flying. I verbally remember saying, you know, when I get older, I'm gonna do that.
I think what Jeb does, it's just crazy.
My first real bad accident was in South Africa. Hit the waterfall, hit the cliff behind the waterfall, broke my back in 3 places, broke my solar plexus, chipped teeth. I mean, it's brutal.
So I started skydiving about 11 years ago. Even though I have about 140 jumps, I never jump with a wingsuiter.
Today the plan is we're going to do a rodeo jump with a wingsuit. And what that means is I jump out of the wingsuit with her holding onto my back, and as we start to fly, she gets up and sits on my back and basically rides me through the sky as we fly. It's a little challenging because, you know, usually when you do the first jump, that transition to be together can fall apart very easily. So that's our biggest hurdle, is getting out of the plane and actually staying together. So we're gonna do a couple jumps in case it falls apart the first time. I'm interested in seeing how she does.
I still get really nervous every time I go, and every time I land, I'm like shaking.
If you step a little, it will start becoming unstable. So, because the wingsuit's like, your weight is changing the center of gravity of the suit.
I'll be shaking you.
Exactly, and you can actually turn me. If you grab it and do this, you'll turn me.
Really?
Like you can make me turn, yeah.
Like, woo! Let's do it. Plane's shaking a little. Yay! Oh, it was so fun. I was like holding on to him for a while. I tried to like just stand up and surf, then I was done.
How'd the stand-up go?
It didn't go. Jump number 2. Hello.
So the exit's the exact same thing. I'll climb out, you grab on, let me know. Okay, ready, set, go. Nice. Back up a little bit.
Parachute is open, that's when I get a little nervous. Because you never know what's gonna happen. The wind changes all the time. You can have a hard landing and get hurt. So fun.
That was so good. You were like right there. It was much calmer, It was much smoother.
And I was able to enjoy.
Yeah, that was nice. We were going fast too.
Yeah?
We were hauling. Second jump was even cooler because it was funny, we got out and she was on my back and I'm like, is she still there? Yeah, I could feel the suit like trying to pull to the left, but I'm like, I'm compensating and I'm like, yeah, this is interesting, it's still smooth. And then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, well now she can stand up. So I started saying, you know, you can stand up now, you can stand up.
Okay, you can go to first stand up.
But I don't know if she could hear me because she wasn't responding. And then all of a sudden I kind of like look back, and as I look back, she then goes. And I'm like, okay, I wonder what that was. And only when we got to the ground and I actually watched the footage did did I see that she was like standing up the whole time, like with one hand on. And I'm like, oh wow, it's a really unique way. I've never seen anyone do it quite like that. It was unique. It was interesting. She did a great job. I'm very impressed with how well she did with her limited skydiving experience.
I was able to like be more stable on top of him, and I actually got the feeling of like wing flying, because I was like right there with him the whole time, and like I was like standing up, kind of like surfing on him, and it was awesome.
So now, tomorrow, we have something that's going to be a little bit different. And it's a great way to begin training for base jumping if you ever think you might want to. And it's a safe environment to where you can get the practice for a potential base jump. So I think you might enjoy it, but you're going to have to get up kind of early. You're going to have to get up at 3.
That's cool with me.
To do it at 5.
I'm ready. Let's get it.
That's the balloon. They gave us the big one today. It's different than skydiving. So in skydiving, when you jump out of a plane, you instantly have air, which gives you a surface area to control. Whereas when you go off of a balloon, it's much more similar to a base jump because you're jumping into dead air. So it's literally complete stillness, and you're accelerating from 0 to 100 miles an hour in like 8 seconds. In that process, people have a tendency to go head down. So we have like these visualization techniques that we use. What's the countdown?
3, 2, 1.
See ya? Okay, we
See
go.
ya.
And you imagine that bar right out there, reach out and grab it. Funny thing is, I'm gonna be imagining the same bar because I haven't done a balloon jump flat and stable in a long time, and I gotta go reach up and grab it, yeah. Perfect. I will say this, most people don't do it their first time. You know, most people on their first like attempt at a balloon stable, go head down. I give her a good chance of being able to pull it off, but it won't be easy. All right, guys, let's get on.
Our straps haven't let anybody go yet.
I'm just gonna act that I'm not scared. I hate looking down.
That's incredibly fascinating. That's interesting. You know, it's funny because I have an affinity for fear. Like, I just like fear. And it's almost more fun to see other people's fear. Right now, we are at 5,500 feet above the ground.
A little nervous. Nice. I don't want to look down.
So base jumping is a slightly different sport because in skydiving, you have 2 parachutes, a main and a reserve. So if your main has a problem, you can open a reserve. In base jumping, you only have 1 parachute. So there can be no problems. If there are, it's over. Balloons are a great like training platform for base jumping because it's safer. You don't have an object to hit. You can go for much higher altitudes, but it gives you the dead air exit and try to maintain stability because that's the most difficult thing in base jumping in the beginning. Okay, our landing area is changing.
Ooh.
But I'm gonna try to aim for that dirt road. See the dirt road? All right, so whenever you're ready. Remember, 6 feet up, 6 feet out, grab that bar. There is no other sport in the world that kills more people at the rate that base jumping does. It's incredibly dangerous. You have to be willing to accept the consequences. I mean, when I'm on jumps, I've done jumps where I'm standing there, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna die right now. I mean, this jump is most likely going to kill me.
3, 2, 1, see ya.
And then I step off.
Balloon was just scary because you're so low. You don't have much time. And you just gotta look down, find an area and land anywhere you can land. It's not like here that you have a landing area. It's different and it's beautiful. It was definitely my favorite jump. Normally when I skydive, I'm doing tricks out of the plane, trying stuff, and today was more like getting the feeling of, that's how they do when they base jump, the body position, and it was good. He said it was really good.
So you went off and you did a little bit, but not bad. So you're like, it was totally for a first time, it was really good. So you nailed it.
So that means I'm almost ready for a base jump. Just kidding. I never used a wingsuit before. It's something that it was never In my mind, I always loved skydiving. I never thought about base jumping or wingsuit or anything like that. But after today, I feel like wingsuit would be cool. One day, when I have enough jumps. Next time on the Team Ignition Show. Is base jump the most dangerous sport ever?
There is no other sport in the world that kills more people at the rate that base jumping does. It's incredibly dangerous. You have to be willing to accept the consequences. I mean, when I'm on jumps, I've done jumps where I'm standing there, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna die right now. I mean, this jump is most likely going to kill me. And then I step off. Why would you do this? I mean, there is no rational reason to jump off a building. There just isn't one, right? One of my worst accidents occurred when I was flying a wingsuit and I impacted flat, solid granite at terminal velocity. I hit it over 120 miles an hour.
Wow.